All right, everybody, how's it going? Tooth here. So, I figured we would go ahead and do a little update video on the GeForce Blade 6, and that light is not cooperating. There we go. So, we already discussed it. This part right here, the catch for the last round hold open, which this is a magnetic tip screwdriver, is so you can see that it's actually metal, not aluminum. I was informed the original prototype of this was aluminum, but now it's metal, but we're still having issues with it coming apart and putting metal throughout the system and all of that good stuff, and it's not working. Another issue, so with that part being covered, yes, the warranty has been filed. They are going to fix it. Now, with the warranty being filed, before you even think about buying one of these, go to the page and look at their warranty section, because it will flat out tell you you have to be the original purchaser of the firearm. Give you a little better look at that piece right there, to get it warranted. If you bought it used, you're SOL and all of that good stuff. So that was kind of discerning on that part right there. I did have to send a copy of the receipt in with the service request and all of that good stuff, and that's where we're at to get that part warranted. If you have to send the gun in, if they determine that you abused the gun or misused the gun, they'll void the warranty. Don't like that part being out there, but like I said, we're not sending this in. We're just getting this part sent to us, and we're going to fix it ourselves. If you don't maintenance the gun properly, the warranty can be voided. So don't send them in for warranty. They'll look for any reason they can to void the warranty, is what I'm getting out of what they're saying on their deal. Like I said, misuse, abuse, not proper maintenance. You have to be the original owner. It states any modification will void the warranty, but I think what they're talking about is if you do a modification on internal component, such as the trigger mechanism, something along in this range, or something up inside here, that'll void the warranty. But that's every gun manufacturer says if you make a modification like that, you void the warranty. Like I said, this is my first time I've ever had to say I'm the original purchaser of the gun to get that done. In the past, I usually just contact the manufacturing company and saying, hey, this is what I've got going on, this is what's broke, and even though I have bought the guns used, the part gets sent to me. The Foxtrot mic I got used, and it wasn't even their fault that the part broke. The extractor broke due to Ammo Inc. was the company. Me and my buddy bought a few hundred rounds off of them, and they overcharged them, and they broke the extractor. They were really making that Foxtrot mic AR9 work hard. I bought a used Mossberg, and the person who owned it neglected it, didn't clean it, and I found some broken springs inside there. Contacted Mossberg, said, hey, these springs are broken. They sent me new ones without even asking. So that kind of gives you a rough idea of the type of company you're dealing with when it comes to GeForce. I hate saying that. I thought they'd actually be a company that was going to kind of be geared towards the lower end people and maybe want to improve their product to keep it going, but I guess not. So now the warranty thing is all covered. Like I said, tearing into the lower mechanism, I haven't seen any other issues. That's why I went ahead and tore this thing down. I was looking for other issues that may be going on, and I'm not seeing any, to be honest with you. Just this one component right here. Now, the barrel on the feed ramps. Let's see if we can zoom in. See how sharp those sides are right there? Those were sharp enough I cut myself. And if I go to here, get some light down in there maybe. You see the little red down in there? That's blood. That's how sharp those feed ramps are. They cut me. With that being said, we'll try and hold this right here while I do this. This edge right here could be a little more rounded on the bottom side of this feed ramp. That's pretty sharp itself. So that might be causing some of the issues we're having with feeding. And also, looking at most pistols and PCCs that do have a feed ramp system like this, basically all of your handguns, these are more flared out to grab the round and guide it in, instead of just a straight edge that's sharp as hell coming straight out. So that might be another issue that GeForce needs to look at on this, is maybe a little more rounding and a little more flaring right here on this feed ramp, and that will be a huge improvement in my mind. So, well, but with that being said, there's that. And you can also see up here, there's a little slight discoloration, and I guess that's from either the misfeeds in the past getting caught and flipped up on that part. Ouch. Grab my pointer here. Like I said, ammo not hitting this properly and being flipped up may have done that, because if you kind of look, there is slight beveling on the sides, but that's something got hit right there. So there's that part of it. So, but I did get asked the other day by an individual who was like, hey, I'm looking at buying one of these GeForce Blades, and right now I'm going to say, even though it's only a $400 gun, walk away from it. Even there's a lot of $400 guns out there that are pretty decent and operate pretty good. Not necessarily PDWs per se, but definitely some handguns and stuff along those lines. But for $400, we shouldn't be having the issue right here of last round hold open. And I think that might be also what is causing Hootie Hoo on his YouTube channel was talking about his safety was locked up and wouldn't move, and his trigger was being dead. I'm wondering if he's got more debris coming off of that than what I do, and he might have a few hundred more rounds to it than I do. I don't know. Like I said, we're in between the 300 and 400, and a chunk of that catch got caught up down inside here, causing catastrophic failures, where we were just having last round hold open issues and feeding issues with this one. So yeah, recommendation on buying this as of right now, no, GeForce has a little more work to do. I'm not going to say a lot of work, but they got a little more work to do to get this done. And like I said, I've got a Foxtrot Mic 9. I think we did a comparison video on those, trying to, which was be a better way to go. Foxtrot Mic 9, Foxtrot Mic AR9, I've not had the issues I'm having out of this one. Once I found a magazine it liked, it took off, it ran. I think we found some magazines this one's like, it'll run, but I don't have a gun that's, the Foxtrot Mic 9 is not eating itself like this one is. And the Foxtrot Mic 9, I'm wanting to say, is in the $400 to $600 range, and the GeForce is in the $400 range. So a little bit more money, get a lighter gun, instead of a 6-inch, you can get an 8-inch barrel or 8.5-inch barrel, and the Foxtrot Mic 9 does shoot accurately very well. So yeah, I think I just rather spend another couple $100-$200 and get another FM9 than one of these until they can get all these issues figured out. I am going to send an email to GeForce Arms talking about those feed ramps and how sharp they are and how sharp the angles are in there. See if that's something that maybe got missed in quality control and all of that good stuff. So maybe we'll get another barrel out of this, and they've got an improved barrel out there we don't know about that will fix 90% of the issues this thing is having. Oh, one other thing. When I tore this down, these two pieces of metal right here, they fell out of the bolt and out of where the recoil spring and the guide rod go. So quality control is an issue with this company apparently, and apparently it's a very bad issue if stuff like that's coming through. Like I said, I don't own a PSA. I've worked on PSAs in the past, but I've never had anything like that happen. If any of you had something like this happen with the PSA, please comment down below and let me know. But I have never had that issue out of a PSA, and I know everybody talks trash on them, but needless to say, that's not good right there at all, with huge chunks of metal coming out of machined parts. So, recommendation, don't buy. GeForce lineup. If you are looking at buying a different type of GeForce firearm, they do have shotguns, rifles, handguns, and everything else. I highly recommend you go take a look at the warranty page before you go out and go buy one. Oh yeah, those pieces of metal, they came out of that hole right there where your guide rod and spring go into. So, but definitely go take a look at their warranty page. Look at all the stipulations on the warranty before you go buying. I think before I even take a venture down the page of doing another Turkish gun, I'm definitely going to go look at their warranty stuff. So I'm going to go send them an email about this feed ramp. You all have a good one, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.